So when is enough enough? It used to be at one point in time that this stuff was considered pedophilia and it was unlawful. You couldn't do it. But now we just let people parade around with it and laugh at it as it's funny. And we don't want to say anything because we're afraid that we'll hurt people's feelings, or we're afraid that we'll get canceled. Persecution is going to come. It doesn't matter how quiet you try to be. It doesn't matter how nice you try to be. Persecution is going to come. And it's going to come knocking at your door, regardless of the fact, regardless of it. So it's best that we speak now, because this is the thing. Adults, for the most part, probably have made their decision. Now, at the end of the day, they can definitely see the gospel of the grace of God. And their lives can definitely be changed in the blink of an eye. We see that this happened when Saul changed to Paul. He was a murderer and he was murdering Christians. And Christ came and changed his life just like that. But bro, when you have children who don't know any better at the whims of a demonic society, and we just sit back and worry about ourselves and don't say nothing at all, as if this isn't our fight, as if this doesn't pertain to us, as if we should not defend the helpless, we really walking on shaky ground with that, bro. When we let these people sexually abuse and manipulate the most vulnerable in our society, and we say nothing as a people at all, point blank, make a video, point it out, protest, whatever you have to do, everybody's response don't look the same. But expressing your disgust of it, it lets these people know, like, hey, we not doing that. This is where we draw the line at. When it comes to these children, this is where we draw the line. This is where we say no. This is where this will not happen. Because it's sick. And if we allow this to happen, you can only imagine what else will happen. We probably couldn't even imagine what else will happen. But I will tell you this. This is this man's son. You can only imagine what's going on behind closed doors with other kids. We talk about pedo rings and we know where it's coming from now. We know who's the middleman, or we know who's running the rings. And this stuff did not get as bold as it is and as strong as it is until a certain administration got in office. I don't care what people have to say. I don't care what y'all feel like. This not about this one or that one. But when there were certain administrations in office, certain things like this was not happening. Certain things like this was not popping off. But when a certain administration get in office, then that's when this demon rises up and gets stronger and gets bolder. But yet we get quieter and weaker. It's time out for that, folks. It's time out for that. There is no negotiating with the devil. There is no negotiating with the devil. He wanted all or nothing. Point blank. Now, at the end of the day, we're not saving the world, but we saving souls. And we have to look at these little children who don't know any better, whose minds are still being developed. We allow people to get a hold of them and do what they do. That puts them through so much trauma and so much baggage, to a point to where they now think something is right. And then if people not speaking up about it, they're gonna go all out with it, because hey, to them there's nothing wrong with it, and nobody ever opposed it. Nobody ever addressed it. And so And so it must be right. But the Bible says that we will come into a time where right will be called wrong, where good will be called evil, and evil will be called good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in these days, in these days now. We are living in these days now. Literally where people can be outbold. It used to be they only knew to do that stuff behind closed doors because of the uproar that it will cause. Now people can do this, and you have people in audiences laughing, and people in audiences making jokes about it. People in audiences think it's cute. Where have we gotten it? Where have we gotten at as a society and become so depraved as a people that we don't speak up for kids, the sexuality of kids, and them taking the innocence of a child and exploiting them to grooming them to sexual preferences and having sexual urges. We gotta wake up, bro. Because if they can do that to them, imagine what else they'll do.
Swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth.